Let me tell you this story. In those days, we were going on our way to Kaduna to catch up with the Sunday service. And so, what to do with where you are as it
Hi everyone. Please, if you can hear me, kindly indicate. Emanuela, Owen, Jane, Promise. If you guys can hear me, kindly indicate.
Can hear you.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, everyone. You are welcome to the Enspire Demo Day and final pitch for this year's Ideate program. So we'll be starting very soon as we have our investors join the meeting. We'll be starting. I think we already have here Mr. Theodore, one of our strongest facilitator. Hi Theodore, great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here. So guys, while we're waiting for the investors we have for today, the angel investors that are coming for this event. So let's quickly check out the startups that are already here. I think we have Kiddies Club. Kiddies Club, you're here already?
Yes, sir. Kids Club, sir.
Okay, Kids Club. Okay. So we have Japa, right? Japa is down here.
Yeah, Japa is here. Japa is here.
Okay, Owen. And we have Praladion AI. Are you here?
Yes, sir. I'm there. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Asoro, you are here.
Yes, I'm here.
Powerful, are you here? Powerful is not here yet. So guys, we are going to start immediately. Good afternoon once again. It's good to have you on this demo day. You did not be told okay, so good afternoon once again. So as you already know, today is the demo day for our Ideate 4 and 5 cohorts. After almost 6 months of intensive training and workshops that took them from the idea stage to wherever they have now. Some of them have their MVPs and the likes. After like 2 pitches, we have just about 6 of them pitching for this last event. So I think we have one of our angel investors for today, our special guest for today. Hi, Mr. Olusegun. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay. So, guys, we are going. Hello. Can you guys hear me, please?
I wanted to be sure that you heard me. I said,
Yes.
thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay, great to have you here, sir. Great to have you. So we are going to start immediately. We are going to start with the national anthem.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call, obey to serve our father's land with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with art and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
So quickly, we are going to start immediately with introducing our angel investors for today. So we already have with us Mr. Segun Oruame. So Segun is a seasoned technology journalist and entrepreneur. He's the founder and CEO of Know How Media and Market Intelligence. Sorry. A prominent entity that owns iTech News Africa with a dedicated website as ShegunOruame.com. Segun is recognized for his significant contributions to the technologies landscape. In addition to his role at Know How Media, he is the visionary founder of Kitech Technologies. As a fervent advocate for Nigeria's technology sector, Olusegun has played a pivotal role in fostering growth, particularly within the startup tech innovation ecosystem. His commitment extends beyond entrepreneurial pursuits as he remains an active supporter, contributing to the dynamism and progress of Nigeria's tech industry. With a wealth of experience in technology, journalism, and entrepreneurship, Olusegun Oruame continues to shape and influence the trajectory of the country's technology landscape. His multifaceted involvement underscores a deep passion for advancing technological innovation, showcasing him as a key figure driving positive change in Nigerian tech scene. Welcome to this event once again, Mr. Olusegun Oruana.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so our second guest is here to join. So let's quickly introduce the second guest too. So the second guest for today is Mr. Dankishia Saleh Hadi. He's a seasoned negotiator and decision strategist. Hosts a rich background shaped by his Harvard training and over 2 decades of navigating the intricacies of the Nigerian banking industry. His expertise extends to being a certified retail banker and a proud member of the International Academy of Retail Banking in London, UK. Additionally, he holds the distinction of being a certified national accountant and a member of the prestigious British Project Professionals in London, UK. A distinguished alumnus of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, KURU, he further honed his skills at renowned institutions such as the African Management Institute in Kenya, the Center for Management Development in Abuja, the Center for Management Development in Abuja, Nigeria, and the Columbia Business School in New York. His commitment to continuous learning is evident through his executive certificate in management and leadership from MIT Sloan School of Management, Cambridge, USA, and various professional development programs, both within and outside Nigeria. Dankishia and global perspective holds a certificate in business excellence from Columbia Business School, New York. As the founder of Dankich and Associates Limited, Logitexture Solutions Limited, and Equatorial Prospector Limited, he continues to leave an indelible mark on the intersections of banking, strategy, and leadership. Welcome to this session, Mr. Dankishia. I think he's here to join us. So guys, we are going to start immediately without taking much of our time. We already know what we have today. Today is the final pitch event for our startups to hopefully secure investment from the angel investors and VCs attending this event. So this will be the sequence for the pitching we have today. The first startup would be Kids Club, followed by Japa, then followed by Tralalion AI, Asoro, Powerful, and then Zendit. Are you guys ready? Emanuela, are you ready?
Oh, yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so I'll just quickly share my screen.
Okay, so while you are bringing up your screen,
Please, can anyone?
I think you should try uploading your screen again.
Okay, so let me stop sharing and share it.
Okay, some quick housekeeping while she's working on that. Just as a general advice to everyone, please, if you are not speaking or if you are not called to speak, kindly mute your mic, right? And then for the startups, you have 5 minutes to pitch, and then the investors will, and then the judges can ask their question if they have any. So it's important we keep to time because we've scheduled the time we should leave for this event. So Emanuela, are you ready?
Yes. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes. It's visible now. We can see it.
Okay, so good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emanuela Rima. I'm the co-founder at Kids Club, and I want to say thank you for this opportunity. All right, so Kids Club is an innovative platform that trains kids on creative skills, digital skills, STEM coding for children between the age of 6 to 16 years. And so I'll just quickly go through the slides. Okay, so we officially started by February this year, and we noticed before we started, we noticed that many children, especially in Africa, specifically in Nigeria, do not have the right resources to get quality digital education, and even for those that have the right resources, most of them find it difficult to make payments as regards the expenses, as regards that, and high costs of coding equipment. And then we decided at Kids Club to offer an interactive platform for these children at a very affordable pricing. And for those children that are not able to offer this training, through partnership with organizations, we'll be able to provide scholarship for these children by sponsoring a child. Okay, let me just go straight to the next slide. So this is a preview of our product demo, which is already in the beta stage. So already we have our website live already, but we are building this for the form of interactiveness, personalized training for these children. So I'm just going to walk you through this. So when a user comes to our website, when they sign up, they get assigned to a virtual class, and at that virtual class, they get assigned learning resources, tools, and also an instructor who will be able to evaluate their learning curve for a period of time. And this is already in a beta stage and will soon be live with our product demo. Okay, so our primary markets, our target audience are parents, especially mothers, but I'll say parents, which children fall between the ages of 6 to 15. And our current location now is Nigeria, and we plan on expanding to other parts outside Nigeria. And our secondary target location are Black communities and Africans in diaspora. According to a report in 2021, the United Nations, approximately there are 570 million children that falls between these ages of 0 to 15 years. And for Kids Club, we are targeting 40% of this population in Africa and outside Africa. And these are competitors. So I'll just name about two. We have Tinker, Code Kingdom. So we noticed that when we went through their websites and their platform, their mobile applications and their website, we noticed that we do similar services, but most of these platforms, they focus only on technical skills and coding. So for Kids Club, we also offer soft skills, team dynamics, communication. So we're trying to provide a robust curriculum for these children and make it a balanced learning. So aside STEM coding, for those children that are interested in designs and other fields aside tech, we tend to provide it. And our competitive analysis, like I mentioned earlier, soft skills like team dynamics, communication, negotiation, second order thinking, and AI education to match the children with what they specifically need. And we also have live recorded classes, which happens every week. And aside that, when they come to our platform, we also provide materials, workbook, and we also have a book club for these children. Okay, so I'll go to the next slide. And as I said earlier, I said the classes for when we went through our competitors, their classes are not personalized and they do not monitor these children. And this is what we are offering at Kids Club. So we are trying to get into the market, the 40% through advertising, social media campaign, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, ads campaign, promotion, and also we're trying to reach out to schools and educational institution and also reach out to parents by trying to reach out and get in contact with Parents Club, especially here in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Okay, so I'll go to the next slide. Okay, so our business model is a B2B to C model. So we are, aside from the parents of these students, we're also reaching out to companies for partnership, and we're also focusing on educational institutions, especially primary and secondary school here in Nigeria. And our monthly subscription for our classes is $15 monthly for each child. And aside that, we also have recorded content that we're working on our website, that for those children that are not able to afford the monthly classes, which is the live classes that happens every Saturday, they get to go for the option of recorded materials and content for a fee of $5. And also, one of the ways we are trying to get revenue is through partnership with schools, secondary and primary schools. And we didn't put the fee here. So when we get to the school, depending on the payment model and the school fees, and we provide the payment plan which they can afford in the long run. Okay, so I'll just go with the next slide. So in January 2022, we officially started, and then how we tested the market was that we did a scholarship program. Initially, we wanted just 20 children, but we had over 80 children sign up. So we had to select 20 children. And ever since then, we've had most of the children that are still with us till now. So these are my team members. So I am the CEO at Kids Club. I'm also a graduate of educational management, and I'm also a cloud engineer, and I've been in the field for 8 years. Same with my CPO, Ms. Amaka, who's also an educationalist, and she's a US consultant. And we have Marvelous, who is the founder and is the director of learning and the CTO. And we have Mr. Kayode, who is also a graduate of education and is also part of the advisory board. Okay, so I'll move to the next slide. And we are seeking for $200,000 to be able to run our operations, to be able to expand the market, because we are currently trying to secure a physical venue, because currently now we do not have physical location. So all our trainings currently now are virtual training. So we're trying to get physical location and also secure equipment that we could use to foster training for these children. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much, Emanuela. That's Kids Club. So I don't know whether we have any response from Theodore or Mr. Olusegun regarding this startup.
All right. Just a quick one, please. I like what you are bringing to the market, but I suspect that your target audience may find it quite difficult to bear through with the cost of signing into your service at $15. You know, are you looking at other options?
Okay, yes, we are looking at other
that
options.
Could lower your pricing. That could lower your pricing And that could, because for you to break even, you really need to get a critical mass, of subscribers. And the lower your price can be, the higher your subscription, and the quicker you're able to get that critical mass to help you to break even. I wonder if you've looked at this critically in a way that could help you to lower your cost. Bearing in mind the environment, how and how pricey. Yes, we know how things are within the environment, but I am more interested in whether you've been able to look at your pricing dynamics and see how this can attract more subscriptions.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for that question. Okay, so initially when we started at 25,000, and we noticed that from the parents that we did the scholarship program that they wanted to sign up their children, we noticed that most of them, they were really interested to continue with us, but some of them, they had like 3-4 children, and that would be like 100,000. So we had to beat it down to 15,000. And yeah, what you said is very correct, especially the condition that we face, especially in Nigeria. Most parents, they complain for the price, although there are some that pay. So we are trying to create an opportunity for everyone. So for those parents that maybe they have like 3 children and they want to pay at the same time, so we are also offering the same value or for the recorded content. So the recorded content is not just written materials. So we also have recorded content like short videos for these topics, but it's at a cheaper rate of $5. So if a parent does not want to go with the option of the $15 for the live classes, they can go with the option of paying or subscribing for the recorded content, and they get a certificate, and they also get to build a project at the end of a specific period of time. And aside that, to some of the parents, aside from the ones that complained earlier for the prices, we noticed that when we reach out to parents, some of them, they want physical classes for their children. So we also face the issue of physical location too. So we're trying to create an opportunity to suit the need of each and every parent. Yes, so we are currently working on that, sir.
All right, thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Emanuela. So I think we would have to move to the next startup. So Japa, are you ready?
Ready. I'm ready.
Okay, let's have you.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sure.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Owen, co-founder and CEO of Japa. Japa is the easiest way to boost your employability and secure global opportunities. Just before telling us about what the situation is, let me tell you a brief story. Amina is a young graduate from the University of Abuja. 5 years after graduating from school, she's unable to secure a job. She becomes frustrated and seeks other opportunities abroad. She relocates what we typically call Japa. She leaves the country only to get to the United Kingdom and realize that she's still unable to secure opportunities there, and she has to settle as a caregiver because a lizard in Nigeria will never become a lizard in the UK, a lion in the UK. Japa exists to solve this problem by actually redefining what it means to Japa, which means to run, not to migrate. So this is the staggering situation we have in Nigeria as there are millions of Aminas spread across different parts of Nigeria and even Africa, unable to secure opportunity due to the high level of pervasive unemployment, right? And we have this situation because people lack the skills to get those jobs, right? Access barriers, applying to the right jobs that meet those opportunities, right? Japa comes in terms of skills alignment, matching you with the required job, and providing opportunities for you to thrive globally. So someone is eager to unlock better job opportunities, they lack the current skills, we offer those opportunities, offer our HR vetted tests to actually assess where you are typically, rather than just coming to our platform and taking any course. We assess your skills level and your level, and recommend the required course to help you land your job. You don't have a job, we focus on entry-level roles that fits your description. And the company is looking for talent, we match you with talent, and our web app helps to break down access barriers by offering resources and digital communities. We currently have a community of 1,000 Africans where we are building from, and some of our community members have actually gotten jobs thanks to Japa. So let me state that Japa is actually building a SIG for Africa, the sixth largest employment and learning platform in the whole of Australia, averaging $600 to $700 million a year, right? And we're building a SIG for Africa in the sense that we don't just make you job ready, we actually provide you with jobs, right? We have our personalized talent vetting services, vet your skills to know where you are, and actually recommend it to provide us our online courses that we train, our job marketplace where you have access to jobs, and a CV building AI assistant, because you need a resume to get jobs. So we plan to build an AI assistant where we are able to use this to tailor your CV to the application, because you might have the skills, as I said, you might have the skills, but you don't have the document. Your CV does not adequately communicate your skills that you have, and you might also want to do related jobs that are aligned with your skills, and there's no one CV that fits to every single thing, right? These are attractions we made. We've done over 50 revamps, have a community of over 1,000 people. Shared opportunities to more than 5,000 people, made $1,000 in revenue so far, and intend to make $100,000 next year in revenue, and from our deep understanding of the market. Our business model is a B2B2C model. So this is the amount that we charge on our courses and for our revamps, the B2B2C. So we also charge this, and also charge employers too when they are looking for talent in addition to this. So this shows how big the market is, $3 trillion worth by 2030. It's quite noteworthy that Java intends to be the number one in the whole of Nigeria by 2030, by accelerating the growth of 1 billion Africans in terms of our unique approach. The career growth of 1 billion Africans by 2030. Right, this is our product roadmap. This is where we are right now and what we've done. This is what differentiates us, as I've said. Our job marketplace, Japa takes you from where you are to where you ought to be, right? So we're not just saying, come and build your CV, come and take a course. We assess you, right, through our AI assistant to assess you and recommend the course, because a lot of people need career guidance. A lot of people don't know what to. A lot of people are confused. Japa comes in as your buddy, as your friend, to help you from where you are to where you are. This is what we offer in comparison to some of our direct and our indirect competitors. Right, these are our team. Right, we have more than 10 years of experience building tech community. Myself, I have more than 3 years experience in the edtech and in the fintech space. More than 6 years experience in sales. My co-founders, and we also have some of our team members are director of engineering that was the former lead engineer of the YC Back startup, the largest accelerator in the world. And this is what the unique blend of our team in building this product. So our investment actually is $100,000, and this is what we intend to use it to do. And we've also we intend to secure strategic partnerships, right? Recently we had NYC Council speaking to thousands of core members about what we do. There are 8,000 of them in Nigeria alone, in Abuja alone, and it tends to have this national reach at very low cost. So we need funding to be able to develop our products and also legal and operating expenses and key hires. So yes, thank you very much. Join us as we accelerate the growth of 1 billion Africans. Thank you.
Thank you, Owen of Japa. So I don't know if If our guests have questions for this startup, so, Mr. Theodore, Mr. Olusegun, I'm not sure if Mr.
Okay, pick one. So what exactly, even though you have stated that you need 1,000 KUSD, so what do you intend to give the VC or the angel?
For
What do you have?
I said 100K. I stated here, we're asking for a hundred, $100,000 at a $1 million, $100,000 investment at a $1 million for 7% equity. Can you hear me?
I have heard you. That's all right. Thank you.
Okay, it seems there is no more question for this startup. So thank you very much, Owen. So I think we have to move to the next startup. Tralalion AI, are you ready? Or Powerful?
Yes, I'm
Powerful, are
ready.
you ready? Okay, Tralalion, let's have you.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Yes, please.
Okay. Is everyone seeing my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right, I will begin. Good day to everyone. I'm really very happy for this opportunity. So I am Ifuba Jean-Pierre, the co-founder of Tralalion AI. So we are going to begin with some facts. In Africa today, there are two things that hold true. Firstly, Africa is a land of many investment opportunities and a great cultural diversity that welcomes everybody. Secondly, the best way to express one's culture is through the use of language. Many more foreigners from other continents are coming to Africa for business or touristic reasons, and according to a UNESCO report, these foreigners are much more interested in learning our languages than we Africans ourselves. However, the question now is, how can we learn these languages and where to find resources? Tralalion AI is an African language learning platform designed to help children from 6 to 15 years, youths, tourists, and business professionals to effectively learn and master an African language while having fun using AI-based technologies. So at this point, I would like to present to you some people. Firstly, we have Kenneth, who is a Nigerian film director. Normally, he does his films in English, French, Igbo, or Yoruba, but he knows pertinently that by translating the films into other African languages, he might reach a higher audience. Also, meet Stella and Uche, who are presently students in Ghana. They both don't know how to speak their language, which is Twi, making them to feel different from others in their tribe. Then we have Miriam, a Cameroonian businesswoman who recently opened up a branch of her company in South Africa. However, she knows that she will need to do her advertisement campaign in Swahili, Xhosa, Zulu, or any other South African language in order to get customers. And she will also need to know how to speak. Finally, we have Andre, a French tourist from France. He recently arrived in Cameroon and wants to know more about the culture. So he decides to learn Fufude. Unfortunately, he can't find any resources to learn. And it is not even the end concerning these problems, because from a survey in which 512 people responded, we were able to get the following results. 78% of the learners have complained about the expensive nature of actual learning centers. 85% of the tourists and business owners admit that it is in their own interest to learn the language of the African country in which they are. 63% of the youths have admitted not knowing how to speak their own language, and 91% are willing to pay for a long-lasting global solution. And so, because of all these problems, we decided to introduce to you the Tralion AI platform. Tralion AI is an abbreviation which means traditional languages lives on artificial intelligence. So generally, it is a one-stop platform that helps users to achieve fluency in an African language of their choice. And then using the incorporated AI features, it enhances the user's engagement, making the learning process to be much easier. So we plan on revolutionizing the language learning sector in Africa. In terms of competition, we have Duolingo, Busu, Mondly, and Kenne, over which we have tremendous advantages, like the accurate machine translation that we've been able to get. We have also adapted conversational practice, and we are wholly focused on African languages. Now, in terms of the market size, the African language learning industry is a $2.92 billion industry in which we are able to get 12 million over the next 4 years. And our key market targets are children, youth, tourists, and professionals, business professionals. For our business model, we opted for the freemium model in which we generate revenue in 4 different ways. The subscription to the premium version, which costs $7, in-app purchases from $0.5 to $50, in-app advertisements, which is $2 per advertisement, and then transition services for both individuals and enterprises, which ranges from $50 to $300. And so in terms of traction, we have been able to build up our team at 50%. We have been able to set up 12 language quality data sets for Africa, and then we have our MVP development at 25% due to tools given to us by Microsoft, and we have a waiting list of more than 1,300 individuals waiting for the launch of the application. We have been able to set up partnerships with commercial businesses, some universities and private colleges, an NGO called SILCAM, the Microsoft Startup Hub, and the Philippine Financing Initiative here in Cameroon. And so we demand for $200,000 to be able to service, teach, impact 50,000 users. In terms of the founding team, made up of myself, with experience in African languages, and also Engineer Dalil as a CTO with 11 years of experience in the field of AI. So I'm going to end this quote. Nelson Mandela said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his heart. With everything being private, I would like to thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Tralion AI. I think you really went deeper into this your presentation compared to the initial stages. So I don't know if our guests have questions for this startup based on his presentation and the market opportunity. I mean the investment opportunity he has presented to us on growing the African language market. So let's have feedbacks, please.
Yeah, I think he did very well. I must commend. He was able to integrate the storytelling component into his speech. He did a lot to me personally. He talked about how, just basically, told us stories of how these problems are and how he's going about it. It's just his own way of validating that there's this problem and that is currently solving it through the development of this product. So you did a wonderful job by incorporating storytelling. I must commend you. Well done.
Okay, thank you very much, Theodore, for the feedback. I don't know if Mr. Olusegun has any feedback or questions for him before we move. Okay.
Yes, and I would be very straight to the point. I would say I find the last speech quite interesting because it honed home to a project we are already investing in terms of application of African language, specifically some Nigerian languages, leveraging on AI to see how that can come to the banking halls. So I would just say straight on that I would like to explore further conversation, with the last speech and see, how it goes from there. I think you have a very good product out there waiting in the market. Thank you very much for that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Olusegun. So, Tralion AI, you've heard him. So later on, you can reach out to him. You can get in touch with me so that I connect you to him to explore further discussions on your product and how he could come in as a partner. So thank you once again, Mr. Olusegun. So we have to move to the next startup, and I think I really like the product because I think I've had similar experience related to that. I think I traveled to Egypt or something, and the place I went, I couldn't even communicate anything. It was sort of challenging. But if I had something like this focused on African languages and you could learn something maybe a week or some days before you, at least the basic ones you should use to communicate, it could help. It could help. So I think let's move to the next one. So we have Asoro. Asoro, are you ready? Asoro Powerful. Asoro, are you ready?
Hello.
Tralalion AI, I think the network kicked you out. So Mr. Olusegun has declared interest to further conversation on your product. So after the session, you can reach out to me so that I connect you to him. So you both can further
Oh,
conversation on that.
all right,
Hopefully,
sir. Thank you very much. Thank
yeah.
you. Network really disturbed me.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. It's understandable. Reach out to me after the session. Thank you.
I will, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So the next one is Asoro. Asoro, are you ready? Okay. Your time starts.
Hello, I'm coming. I want to share my screen. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Now, Asuro Automotive. Asuro Automotive is an automotive tech support company. What we basically do is solve after motor repairs problems. So a lot of car owners in Nigeria, over 95%, bought their cars as used cars. So that means that they don't have any form of warranty or support from the car manufacturer. And leaving just a few to be able to afford professional automotive repair, which is very expensive. So what ASO Automotive does is this. Firstly, we provide real-time support for car owners, that's live support for car owners. Then we provide auto part procurement for car owners, and we help them to link to professional auto mechanics close to them, and also help them in vetting their car needs and make and providing solutions that will make it easier. Now, what are our solutions? We offer 24/7 live support through live chat, video calls, and voice calls. We link we link parts buyers to genuine part sellers. We also connect owners to mechanics nearby, and we also provide onboard diagnostic tools and software for detecting card fault code. So, like on your screen, you can see there is a diagnostic um, scanner and a software. What that does is our users from their location, either their home or offices, wherever they just find the fault code, get the report, send it to our mechanics online, that's our expert online, and then they are able to give them direction on the next step to do and link them to mechanics in cases where they need to be linked to mechanics or workshop close to them. Now, the beautiful things about our service is that even before visiting the mechanic workshop, our expert mechanics who are available online through live chat, voice call, or video call begin to perform diagnostics for your car. And also, spare part procurement is a issue in Nigeria, especially finding genuine spare parts at affordable price. We also help in procuring them. And we have wide network of affiliated mechanics all over Nigeria. Currently, we have in over 26 states. And every job we perform, both our spare parts and our repair services, they all come with warranty. Now, our business model, the way we make money is basically from subscriptions from our users using our premium packages. Now, the live chat is a free package, but if you want to use the video chats and the voice call, you have to pay for the monthly subscriptions or one-time payment. From our live chat, which is free, we are able to convert over 3% of our users to the paid plan. Then for the referrals or linking of our users to our affiliated mechanics and auto spare parts, we also make a lot of money from commission, from 5 to 20% of the charges we make depending on the job case. Now, the market, it's a very big market in Nigeria. There are over 12 million cars in Nigeria. 4 million are privately owned cars. And of these 4 million, we are targeting about 100,000 of these car owners. Now, in this automotive support industry, we don't have a whole lot of competitions except some platforms, but those platforms are just basically mechanic finding service and auto parts procurement service. None of them offer the live support and the remote diagnostics we do. and also the provision of mobile mechanic service, which is also part of our job. In case your car breaks down on the way, we can link you to a mechanic close to you. Now, even our competitors, a lot of them don't have a wide um, network of affiliated mechanics in the country. So our traction, we we are able to make 1.2 million revenue in the year 2020 where we started, and we were having about 1,500 users monthly. And in 2021, we made about 1.4 million and having 2,200 users, while in 2022, we made about 2.3 million with 2,500 users. Currently, we are having an average of 3,000 users monthly, and we have made up to 2.7 million 2023 so far. Now, the team is made up of myself. I am a mechanical engineer and an automotive engineer. I'm the CEO. I have 8 years experience in automotive repair. I own a workshop in Benin, which I've been managing for the past 3 years, and also in mobile mechanic services. Then my COO, Luis, is a mechanical engineer and also an automotive technician. Boswe is the CTO, CMO. He's a sales and marketing expert. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Asoro. Thank you, Asoro Automotives. So, I don't know if there are feedbacks for this startup based on what they've presented. I think the network has been it has been disturbing a lot of people. I think the second guest wanted to join, but then he's been battling with the network. So I don't know. Theodore, Mr. Olusegun, I don't know if Mr. Olusegun is here. Feedback for this startup. So feedback for this startup, please. Mr. Theodore, Mr. Olusegun, Dr. Dankishia. I don't know whether Dr. Dankishia is here yet. So if there are no feedbacks, we have to move forward. Okay, I think there are no feedbacks for you. There are no feedbacks for you. So we have to move to the next person. Powerful. Powerful, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, please, let's have you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Ifeanyi Ukwama. I'm the founder and CEO of Powerful Technology Limited, otherwise known as Powerful. Our thesis is we make it easy for businesses to own solar assets. But I always want to start from the problem, right? So this is a personal experience of mine. This is my mom. She lives in Nigeria and she owns a cold storage business selling frozen food products to people living within a community. 40% of our operating cost is spent on diesel generators. You and I know the Nigerian national grid is unreliable and is limited in supply. Now, because of this, businesses like ours are being forced to seek alternative power sources, such as diesel generators. These diesel generators are both expensive and they also pollute the environment. Now, the logical thing for her to do was to go own solar assets, but almost all credit lenders she went to told her no. Now, That is the problem. 92% of businesses in Nigeria have no access to get any form of credit financing to own any form of solar assets. Now, the reason for this is primarily because 26% of credit lenders in Nigeria are not guaranteed that after the money has been disbursed into the real economy to these businesses to own solar assets, somehow they can get their money back. Now, that's where Powerful comes in. We have built a digital infrastructure that collects loan repayments for financed energy assets. Now, when I talk about a digital infrastructure, what do I really mean? What I really mean is we have a smart meter, we have a web application, and we have a wallet system on the mobile app. This digital infrastructure is designed to do just one thing. It helps credit lenders collect loans that are regular, scheduled, and automated. So how does this work? Let's talk about the product. First, we install the smart meter after a loan has been disbursed to get the solar assets. We then connect this smart meter to the wallet system on the mobile app that collects payments directly from the customer via a virtual wallet account, and then we remit the money back to the credit lenders using our dashboard. Now, I know you're sitting down there and you're wondering, what is the innovation here? The way we built this product is that on a payment default, the wallet system triggers the smart meter to switch off electricity supply coming into the business from the solar assets, basically encouraging and forcing the willingness to pay. Our model is winning. Our traction speaks for itself. We've been growing at around 30% month on month since we launched our product in January 2023. At the moment, we have 3 agreements and we have 52 letters of intent from 3 renewable energy companies. Now, these numbers you see here on your screen are tiny droplets to how big the opportunity really is. As a matter of fact, the market is being valued at $105 billion, a combination of solar asset financing at the same time a digital payment system for energy assets. Now, I am confident, absolutely confident we can't disrupt this market. The reason for that is because of the team. My co-founder, Mayo, has previously worked in an energy company that integrates proprietary software with digital assets and physical solar assets, and he's leading the technology on Powerful. Ahmed has 7 years experience in credit assessments, working with a trust fund and financing solar assets. At the same time, he's leading our business development with the real estate developers and solar energy companies. For myself, I have deep operational experience. I can execute things to scale, digital products especially. At the same time, I'm passionate about energy transition. Our business model is pretty much straightforward. We make money off transactional charges that goes through the wallet system. And of course, we also make money from the sale of those solar assets and sometimes from the sale of the smart meters. So why us? I'm thinking, right? Why does Powerful exist within the ecosystem? We are that missing link between the disbursement of funds to the solar installers and the selling of those funds, of the installing of those meters to the end customers. We are that missing link that takes the money from the end customers in a very smart and digital way and refunds it back to the credit lender. Our partners, we are partnered directly with Providence Bank that powers our wallet system. At the same time, for Stemaco that does our smart metering system. At the same time, the subsidy remover in terms of the diesel generators. Secondly, financing climate change is also a big imperative. With this solution, we are directly going directly at the energy cost. At the same time, we're going within the aspect of climate change financing. And of course, there's a growing amount of decentralized and distributed energy systems where there is not a one-fits-all nationally, where we have state governments going to be having localized power systems, and then we have estates managing their own energy systems. Powerful can be able to support that. This is our investment request. We've just been closed a round yesterday of 100K, and part of the lead up to the pre-seed the pre-seed funding required for Powerful. I was speaking to an investor yesterday, and part of the things I usually tell most of them is our exit strategy. The way we will make money from this would be a corporate buyout, an energy company that is still stuck in the carbon fossil gas-fired energy systems of the past. This energy company will be looking to transition into the digital, decentralized, and distributed energy systems of the future. In that glorious moment when we have thousands and millions of smart meters integrated into solar assets as part of the new energy regime, these energy companies will come to us and they will make us an offer. So I encourage you, come join us on this journey. Let us build the future, because the future is powerful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ifeanyi of Powerful. In the course of your presentation, I think Dr. Saleh Dankishia joined the session. Hi, Dr. Dankishia, great to have you here.
Thank you very much, Owen. Good to have, good to join. And the Powerful team, I'm interested, please. We'll talk some more after the session.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Dankishia. I don't know whether Mr. Olusegun and then Theodore, whether there are more feedbacks for this startup before we move to the last one.
No comments. Just good luck. Thank you.
Okay. So I think a lot of people have been having issues with the network today, including one of our guest investors for today. So thank you very much, Powerful. Thank you very much, Powerful. So I think we will move to the next we'll move to the next one we have, which is Zendit. The final pitch for today before we start rounding up. Zendit, are you ready?
Am I good to go, sir?
Yes, please, you can start.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abiodun Falomo. I'm the founder of Zendy Technology Limited. Logistics market in Nigeria is worth over 69 billion US dollar, and we have over 39 million MSMEs today, which are usually, as a business owner, you would always require multiple delivery partners to service your diverse and dynamic needs. So if I should ask, what do you do when you have a package to be sent to Osun State within the next 24 hours? You probably ask around, and even when you find a logistic firm to service you, they are probably unaffordable or unavailable to service you at that moment, or be able to provide their service within 24 hours. This speaks to the fact that logistics service is highly fragmented in Nigeria. It's expensive and very inaccessible when you need them. It's a fact that logistics costs up to 40% of product cost today, and vendors are constantly losing customers to delivery fees. And that is why at Zendit, we've been able to provide an AI-driven platform that allows vendors to gain access to many delivery services for 24 hours delivery nationwide at their fingertips and comfort, saving them up to 60% in logistic cost. It is scalable and it is a user and peer-to-peer platform. It's a user-driven platform. It's a peer-to-peer platform that allows for user autonomy, and we make our profits by charging 20% commission on every transaction on our platform. In creating this solution, we're able to make significant impact for over 39 million MSMEs we have in Nigeria that can now conveniently serve their nationwide customers and stop losing them to logistic costs. We are also impacting the over 40 million Nigerian youths who can now become smart earners by delivering package on behalf of others. We are not just stopping at that. We are also being able to, impact the environment by driving a circular economy through resource sharing in a bid to fight climate change. As we onboard existing, as we onboard the existing last mile businesses in Nigeria, and we also onboard on existing commuters, car owners, to earn on every journey that they make. So with this method, we've been able to remove the limitations for women participation in logistics service. So today, every women are no longer restricted as before. Because if you think about logistics, you are thinking about men on bike or men in trucks. But today, women cannot participate in it. Aside that, we are able to identify the indigent students among our users, and we provide them with access to student loans, which is calculated by our financial experts with respect to their consistency on our platform. And there's a way we calculate their credit limit. So aside that, we're also able to provide school fee subsidy for the female ones among these indigent users. Like I mentioned earlier, there's now an active participation in women logistics and delivery services. Now, a quick background into the essence of all this impact and all of that. I lost my parents at a very young age of 8, and I struggled through campus. And at that time, I can remember that I wish I had a platform like Zendy that will allow me to earn money on every journey that I make, or even any other platform, because Fiverr and Upwork requires some special skill to be able to earn. But with Zendy, you are saying all you need is your smartphone to earn. And how I wish I had a platform that will provide me with student loans in the moments when the promises of family and uncles fail or delay. Since inception, we've been able to gain over 2,500 signups, over 349 active users, and processed over 1 million in transactions, with about 150 thereabouts monthly transactions. And we've also secured financial and technical grants as well, as well as significant partnerships with governments like Lagos State government and private organizations who have requested for our API to service their e-commerce platform, so that they can give their vendors and customers seamless access to logistics. We've also been able to secure partnerships with third-party verification firms for verification of our couriers, as well as transfers to insurance companies. Our competition includes the likes of Senstar, Truck, and Uber, just to name a few. And what sets us aside is the fact that our platform is user-driven, and we allow for user autonomy, so they can determine how much they want to pay. They dictate their budget rather, and we also provide 24 hours nationwide delivery service. So it's a one-stop platform that stops you from downloading multiple delivery company apps, but on one platform you are able to access them all. I'll just for the restriction of time, I'll just run through the founder. So part of the founders is Peter Okoma, who is a CTO. He's our CTO. He has over 8 years experience. He's also the founder of Enspire Technology Limited, and he has over 7 years experience as a full stack developer. Myself, I have over 6 years experience in logistics management with a multinational logistics here in Nigeria. And we also have Molola, who has over 6 years experience in product design and sales. We also, adding to our team, we also have over 17 volunteer staffs who are working with us on the engineering team, the accounting team, and legal as well. And we also we were able to get these people by leveraging our individual relationships. As I speak, we have over 200 ambassadors across campuses in Nigeria, because one of our outreach measures, one of our marketing measures, to reach campuses and maximize the nexus of campus for marketing purposes. So at Zendit, we are not just making money, but we are playing a major role in providing jobs, as well as helping businesses access quick delivery service and very affordable service. So we look forward to partnering with you. We look forward to receiving your feedbacks as well. Thank you very much. We are seeking around $45,000 in investment on convertible in 3 years, and this will be allocated to an estimate of 1 million users by 2027, and by that time we project to be doing $500,000 in annual recurring revenue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, Zendit. I don't know whether we have feedbacks for this startup, Dr. Dankishia, Mr. Theodore, and others.
Yes,
please, do we have feedback or questions for this startup?
Yeah, okay, yeah, all right. Okay, Biodun.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, very nice presentation, very catchy, and the statistics are good. I was listening to you when you were giving the SME statistics, because it's something, I just got out of a meeting 2 hours ago, and you were just reading the statistics well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. I love your model, but I just wanted to ask if you have taken into consideration, Nigeria is vast. Now, from your headquarters or from your operation point, have you taken into consideration some kind of network of other viable, maybe logistic companies across the country that you may need to connect with? Take, for example, if you need to deliver something in Maiduguri, for instance, is it possible for you to have a network of logistics, companies that are operating within, this geography, so that number one, it may cut down your cost and also ease of doing business to an extent? Maybe it's an area you may want to think about. I just feel
yes, okay, yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You are very, very much on point, because that is basically what we do. So we are infrastructure lean. We do not own any infrastructure for logistics. All we do is we are a marketplace that connects this kind of logistics companies you mentioned. So over the years in the logistics sector where I was managing, we've been able to build relationship with quite a large number of small businesses who are running logistics across different states. In fact, I can boast of 60 logistic companies in Ogun State. I can boast of 40 in Lagos. I can boast of 30 in Oyo State. So that's basically what we are doing. So for someone who wants to send a package from Abuja to Maiduguri, it is just a matter of connecting them using our AI algorithm to connect them to the next available logistics partner that will also bid for their services. So we are directly employing these services on our platform. So that is what we do, basically. It's just like Uber, but for logistics. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, good. Very, very good. Yeah, because I brought this in now because I had a meeting with someone that's into logistics last week. And these were some of the, implementing challenges that he brought up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Love it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very, very much, Sandit, and thank you, Dr. Danki Shea, for the feedback for this you gave to the startup. So I think this is the last startup for today. Let me quickly check. This is the last startup we have today. So in a few minutes, we'll be moving to the next item on the agenda. So this. Okay, so thank you everyone for the patience. So we are entering the final part of this session. First off, thank you to our investors once again, the angel investors that created time to join this session in the person of Dr. Dankishia Saleh Hadi. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining this session. Also, we want to thank Mr. Olusegun Orome. I think he's having a little bit challenge joining in again, but he was here from the outset of the session. Thank you once again, Mr. Olusegun. So for the startups we have today, I think we are very proud to have you guys graduating. After almost 6 months, we first had the Ideate 4, of which they had their training for like 5 to 6 weeks, and we gave them time to build out or more or less put into practice what they've learned by building their MVP. We attached them to mentors who would give them feedback from time to time. But as I mentioned to you guys, as long as you graduated from this program, right, you still have full access to
recording in progress.
You still have full access to the Enspire support network, right? All the resources we will be sharing, the partners deals that we'll be sharing with you guys. Also, we discovered that one key thing we discovered was that most of those that pitch didn't have a board advisor or a mentor on their board. So startups, it's very, very necessary. You need an experienced mentor, maybe within the tech ecosystem or startup ecosystem, or even the angel investors, right? So I think it's worthy of note. If you don't have mentors who are guiding you or giving you hard feedback, that's the truth. You need hard, very tough feedback to grow. So you won't just relax because you're getting soft feedback from your teammates and the likes. So on that note, so some startups here that pitched, other startups that are interested in having mentors or advisors going forward, you can reach out to us to check if our facilitators are still interested on being on your advisory board to guide you going forward after this graduation. So today, we are graduating the IDIT 4 and 5 fellows. The IDIT 4 guys had their training, I think, from June, July till September, beginning of September, and then the IDIT 5 cohorts started their training September, then October, and then the beginning of November. So today we are graduating both cohorts, and IDIT 4 we are graduating around 14 persons, and then IDIT 5 we have 12 graduating fellows, and this is out of almost 50 persons for each cohort. They presented great startup ideas. They went through the training, attended more than 50% of the sessions. They were able to iterate and do a lot of improvement on their idea. Even those that did the pitch, some that attended the first pitch, I'm sure they got feedbacks and they've gone back to work on them. So I will just list the name of those graduating for the guests here. So we have startups from different sectors. I think let's try displaying them a bit, right? So we have a couple of them. We have a couple of them who were able to send their images here. So we have engineer, this for IDIT 5. So IDIT 5, we are graduating 12 fellows today. Gianni Mduli, CEO of Trade Hunt. Ochiname Stephen, that's I don't think we have his stuff here. We don't have his picture here. So I'll just list them out. Oshiname Stephen, Peter Irongo, Bright Omolumen, Omar Hollen, Samson, Fred Asem, Kembo Kokim Ibok, Julius Ijidola. That sounds like a rich man name. Abubakar Usman, Onoha Adeze, Abiodun Falomo, Owen Obokwe. Do we have these fellows here? If you are here, please indicate our newest fellows.
Is here. I mean, the surname we call, I don't know who that is.
So how do you pronounce your name, Owen?
Obozokai.
What?
Don't worry, Owen is fine.
Okay. Congratulations. No matter what, congratulations. It's good to have you guys graduate out of a lot of people. Actually, more than out of 800 applied, we admitted just around 51, and out of the 51, we are graduating only 5 of you guys. 12 of you guys for IDIT 5. So Congratulations. Enspire Abuja Technology Village. Congratulate you guys on persevering till the end. Congratulations once again. So for ideate 4, we have Engineer Enita Okonkwo, John Wangome, Temitope Olaolu, Jayola Ilole, Okereke Innocent, Testimony Onaduja, Michael Ishuku, Orumwense. I hope I don't finish someone's name today. Orumwense John Mark Osahon, Emanuela Orioma, Ochukwu Nnadi, Chioma Nana, Abbas Akonde, Mark Ogujuba, Mary Katambi. Do we have these guys here? I did 4 fellows. I did 4.
Yes, sir.
Answer your name. Oh. Are you guys here?
Yes, I'm present, Emanuela.
Okay. Congratulations, Emanuela. Congratulations to the whole ideate 4 fellows. Enspire Abuja Technology Village is glad to have you guys as the 2023 ideate fellows. So basically now we'll be giving quick tips and a little bit of advice to the graduates and the fellows. So 1, please, you are advised to remain in the community. We'll be creating a special community for the fellows after today, where we give you access to exclusive partner deals, opportunities, and further trainings, and where you can give yourself peer-to-peer feedbacks and the likes. So it will be a safe community for you to ask and learn whatever you want. Secondly, you are also to expect monthly meetups, but it's not compulsory. You are free to attend or not to attend. So every month, we'll be having some meetups and having some investors coming in to speak to you guys. Then the third one, you are advised to seek for grants, especially for those that need heavy investment to start. I think there was a startup that mentioned he needed up to, is it $20,000 or $10,000 to even create the MVP. So if you are a heavy duty startup, the kind that really needs huge investment to work on the MVP, please, you are advised to 1, explore grants, right? You are likely to easily get free money to build out your MVP versus looking for a VC. VCs are institutional investors, and they have mandates to deliver on each penny they are spending, and it should be in the interest of whatever clients that are invested in their business. So we are advising you and everyone to explore especially grant opportunities. The Tony Elumelu Foundation grant is opening in January. Be on the lookout for that. There are lots of other grants that are out there and pitching competitions that you might win $10,000, $20,000 there, here and there. And when you pull it together, you see that you should have up to $50,000 to build whatever you want to build out before you start approaching institutional investors. So that's about that. Then keep on learning, keep on pitching, keep on pushing, and keep on applying for opportunities. See every opportunity to pitch or every application as a platform to learn. Get the feedbacks, even if you don't win in the application or the opportunity or whatever. Get the feedback, possibly ask the host or the organizers where you went wrong. There are startups that pitched more than 50 times, 100 times, some people more than 200 times before they landed their big deal. And guess what? They learned a lot, which made it easier for them to actually land a very, very big investment deal. And once you're able to build your track record with such investment, it will be easier for you to be a second-time founder or a third-time co-founder, and making it easy for investors to trust you with their money. So it's very, very important. The startup journey is a learning journey, right? So you keep learning while you are in the journey. Also network more. If you have what's it called? Startup events, tech events happening around, investors events. For those in Abuja, there is this startup operators meetup coming up next week. And there is this also DevFest. DevFest Abuja is coming up next week. I think next week, Saturday. You can Google that online. These are platforms you get to network with big guys in the field. Maybe maybe one of the speakers, maybe coming from Amazon or Google. You might look at the person and you might feel the person might be a good co-founder for you. So guys, these are opportunities. Networking opportunities are great opportunities for you to find your co-founders and find your and link up to possible investors. It's very, very important. Then watch out for your pitch decks. Please, a lot of us made lots of mistakes when preparing pitch deck. There were errors and there were people using phones and stuff. Maybe you did it because it's an in-house event and all. So we don't need to see messages coming in from your WhatsApp and all. Please try use your laptop and close irrelevant tabs or close irrelevant messages until you are done with your pitch. At least you can continue. But when you are pitching and messages are coming in from WhatsApp and this tab is making noise and all, it's really disturbing. Please, you guys should take note of that. So I think that's all for now. So I don't know whether Dr. Dankishia has any advice for our graduating fellows.
Okay, Pascal, you've said a lot more. It's just to wish them the best, and like you said, they should take advantage of the cycle around them. One of the most powerful, structures open to startups, like this, graduating from a bunch of talent like this, is the availability of network around them. But even if you have the network, if you don't utilize it, it's actually useless. So you need to utilize those networks. And please, one of the things that separate people that dream about businesses and the people that do businesses is grit. Grit, kind of determination to fail 50 times, and get up 51 times and move on. Because as you move around, for all the ones that that have gone through these Enspire structures, as you move around, you realize that most of the things, most of the grooming, most of the grilling, the tough feedbacks you've gotten during the fellowship will be coming physical, in the business world. And sometimes it could be discouraging. Let's just be honest. It could be discouraging, very, very discouraging. But like I used to advise some of the people I'm kind of what do you call it? Blessed to talk to, in this realm. I always share that, you see, whenever something is daunting and you feel like throwing in the towel, please remember why you started in the first place. You didn't start to quit. You started, your journey to get to the end game. So please, I wish that everyone luck. For me, I'm open. If you need some level of support within the ecosystem, or if you need some level of connection around which I could be of use, please don't hesitate to shout. If it's something I could handle, I'll let you know. If it's something that is beyond me, I'll also shout back to tell you no. So all the best. Ciao.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you. Yeah, we appreciate the advice you've given us. I don't know whether Mr. Olusegun is back here. Okay, he's not back. He's not back. So, guys, I hope you've taken note of all the feedbacks and all the advice that you've been given. So I don't know whether we have Theodore here. Theodore, are you ready for closing remark and your own advice to these startups? If you have any advice. So for the sake of record, Theodore is the director of ecosystem for ISN. ISN is Innovation Support Network, more like an organization of all innovation support organizations, accelerators, hubs across Africa. He has over 10 years experience within the sector, and he runs the N Hub, which is just like the Enspire um, incubation and acceleration hub. So he runs his own hub with his team, the N Hub in Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria. So we are glad to have a personality of years of experience like himself to join us almost in most of our sessions, sharing his experiences over the years, giving the startups tough feedback. Yeah. In fact, the kind of feedback he was giving them, one was almost becoming aggressive and becoming defensive, But this is where you get such feedbacks, right? If an investor doesn't want to invest in you, the person is not likely to give you a hard feedback. The person will just massage your ego and won't say anything. So this is where you get the tough feedbacks you give, just like Dr. Dankishia mentioned. When you start experiencing these things, it's only your fellow startups or people close to you that are likely to give you that tough feedback. But investors that want to invest in your business, they likely don't have that time since they are not interested. So it's those closer to you that will give you the tough feedback you need to grow and grow faster. So without wasting much of our time, welcome to the studio, Theodolonji, for his own advice for these startups as they go into the world fully, and then his closing remark. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for staying through to the end. I remember when we began this journey some almost 6 months ago, and here we are today, wrapping up in this manner. I like to, so let me start with my feedback. Like I always say, I used to be in the Toastmasters school. So one of the things they used to tell us in Toastmasters is feedback is the breakfast of champions. So you can never be a champion if you don't take feedback. So usually feedbacks come in and they just hit you below the belt. And sometimes you want to get tired, sometimes you want to get annoyed. But then you have to, run with it. Because eventually, or at the end of the day, that's what makes you a champion. So, and for us, this whole thing, this startup thing, it's a journey, right? It's a journey. You keep getting better and better and better. For those who will hang in there, are the ones who will reap the fruits eventually. So A lot of people are giving up to pick up a job, probably uh, in customs or immigration. But we're not saying picking up a job is wrong. But we're just saying that for those, if you know that this is where you are, this is where you're supposed to be, you want to drive that change, you want to bring that solution, you want to solve that problem, then this is where you belong. And it's a journey, so it doesn't happen in a day. You hear stories, over and over about successful people in this space. They tell you it doesn't really happen in a day. Yeah, some might get lucky, but not all the time. So if you're not that person, until you get lucky, until that day comes, you have to keep pressing, you have to keep pushing. So that's my little advice to every one of you. Quickly for my closing remark, I really want to appreciate the management of Enspire for putting this program up, and these are basically just initiatives that I like about Hubs, whether with funding or no funding. They just want to create impact. They just want to help out. You'll be surprised to know how much has gone into this program, and I don't think any one of you has paid any kobo. I don't think so. I'm saying this with my chest, because I know how this works. Usually, so we should appreciate them. They've done a wonderful, fantastic job for bringing us together. Bringing a faculty of facilitators from different fields and spaces and industries, to go through the facilitation from day one to when we officially stop facilitation. And here we are. And I also want to thank Pascal and the team. Honestly, it takes dedication, it takes consistency, it takes so much, to do and to operate at the level these guys operated. They have always been there, knocking out our doors and knocking out the doors to the participants, telling you, hey, we are going to have this class. For us, they keep telling facilitators, okay, hey, will you take this? Will you take that? And they keep coming through, like that. So I really appreciate Pascal and the team. God bless. And even the participants, but for some of you who I know that a lot have given up on the way, but you guys, stood to the end, and that's what it takes to be in this space. It's not a space for Peters. You have to be, for you to be an entrepreneur. Our entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted. Trust me, it's not. It has never been, and it will not be. Not on your turn. So thank you for making it. Because we cannot facilitate without your presence, without you, coming. So thank you again for giving us the opportunity to impact and then also learn from you. Trust me, I've learned a lot of things from you guys. I cannot lie. And then I really want to appreciate our investors, our angels. Thank you, Shia. Shia is a mentor, I must say. It's someone I've always looked up to in this space. You will attest to that fact that it's someone that that he can be mentored by. It's just always doors are open anytime I come knocking. In fact, Kish is so cool and so nice, such that all I need to do is just chat him. And if I don't feel like I want to chat him, I give him a direct call. And he finds time in his busy schedules. You see, he keeps coming out of one meeting. He said it. So if I was saying it now, you're hearing it for the first time from my mouth, you might think maybe I'm making it up. No, I'm not. He's from one meeting to another. That's how busy he is. But he tries to find time in all these busy schedules, to avail himself, whenever things like this, very as critical as important as this, are presented before you. We also want to thank Shego Rome. Shego Rome is someone I know. He's also a mentor. Very, very, very down to earth. His doors are open all the time. I just wish he had stayed. I chatted him. His network. He's using Glow. I'm not saying Glow is bad, but the network is terrible, so he couldn't join us. But he's one of those people who, if you know about Jitex, he's one of the companies that usually partner with federal government and take people to Jitex. So I wish that he was around to probably maybe say a thing or two. Last year they took startups to Morocco, and then and also no, this year, yeah, early this year, I think first quarter of this year, and I think last month they took the Nigerian contingent also to Dubai for the Jitex event, which is mostly and basically is the largest technology event where startups get to go and showcase and win prizes, pitch their ideas and go home with the prizes. So but Pascal has his number. I think we will engage him, and then let's see how we can partner with him and then see what we can do for the startups that made it to this round in the future. So with that being said, I'd like to just say thank you everyone, and let's keep pushing. I mean, this is not the end. This is not the end. Yeah, this is how we get fueled. So to begin to push further. So so God bless. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you once again, Mr. Theodolonji. It was a great time working with you all throughout this program, learning from your experiences, your insights and knowledge you shared with the startups. So everyone, we are drawing the curtain and this program to an end. So on that note, I want to also thank our guests, Mr. Olusegun. In his absence, I learned he is having issues with the network and having to rejoin again. So we really thank him for creating out time to come in. I think he picked one of the startups to have further conversation with the startup. I think he picked Tralalion AI. So Tralalion AI, you reach out to us so that you will link you to him for further conversation. And we also appreciate Dr. Dan Kishia for his feedback and for creating time to attend this session, especially the gems and the advice he has shared here. Thank you once again, Dr. Dan Kishia. Powerful, I think Powerful was the startup that Dr. Dan Kishia spoke about. So Powerful, you get in touch with us so that we link you up to him. So once again, thank you everyone. I did 4 and 5 fellows and other guests who have come here to honor this event. We thank you for creating out time to honor our invitation. We wish you the best of the week. And for the startups, the fellows, so we all have your certificates, so we will reach out to you on how you will access your certificate. So once again, thank you everyone. Thank you and thank you again. We now say goodbye everyone and enjoy the best of the week. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Have the best of the weekend.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, sir.